Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome. The new number 33 arrived in America with Arsenal. Calafiori is done, is over. He's an Arsenal player now. Listen, this is the first of couple of signings Arsenal will do, but also Emil Smith-Rowe. Emil Smith-Rowe left the club going to Fulham. The talent that could have been, should have been, might have been. A lot of ifs and buts and could have, should have, but he's out of the club. It's a permanent deal, as Fabrizio said. It's a here we go. He's out of the club. And I think that leaves a room for another midfielder that Arsenal will sign. I think along with maybe Mikel Moreno, maybe Fabian Ruiz, maybe Fabian Ruiz. I hope I'm not that loud. People are telling me I am loud. Maybe I'm not. But listen, maybe we'll talk about the Fabian Ruiz deal, Emil Smith-Rowe leaving the club, Calafiori, and also Osimhen might not have any club to join, but Chelsea, though. I actually think genuinely that it might happen. Paris Saint-Germain reportedly pulled out of the race 3-4 hours ago of signing Victor Osimhen. What does Victor Osimhen offer to Chelsea? This is what we're going to talk about as well. Harry Maguire is staying for another season at Manchester United, of course. We'll speak about that as well. And does he have a role to play? Can he play a role at Manchester United this season? Because Lenny Oro is injured. And De Ligt is waiting for Manchester United. And last but not least, of course, Julian Alvarez finally spoke out and said what we all predicted, that he wants to leave Manchester City And he didn't speak about the weather. He literally spoke about being a main player under Pep Guardiola. And he spoke about that. And we'll talk about it. But listen, if you're here for the first time, hit that like button. And if you are one of my viewers, hit that like button, people. A little bit of a late show for me, solo show. You guys are used to these ones in the afternoon, but I thought there is a lot of news that we didn't speak about today, me and you. And you know, the solo shows are just the way to connect to you guys, to actually get my opinion across. A lot of people say I have agendas when I do panel shows. Maybe I do some agendas. Maybe I do the devil's advocate thing, but hit that like button, people. Support the channel. Get your questions in. Get your comments in, because we're in for a fantastic show. We're in for a great show. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how things will go with Arsenal. But listen, there's only one place to start, which is let's get to 100 likes. And if you're watching this on the replay, the target is to get to 500 likes, which is you can help me do that by hitting the like button underneath your live chat, and then you go on and enjoy the show and leave your comments after the show, because I try to answer every single comment as much as I can after the shows. Your comments about what I say, you agree, you disagree. But listen, as Olu said, they got their own stallion, the Italian stallion Calafiori, the new number 33, joined Arsenal. I know that a lot of people were waiting for this signing to happen. Of course, a lot of people were waiting for this guy to arrive. Hello, everyone. Oh, big up Mookie is here. But big up, listen, before we go on, guys, let me know where are you tuning in from. Let me know where are you tuning in from. Just the beginning. And JJ, of course, is here. Smash the likes. JJ with the first super chat of the day. First super chat of this show. Habibi Amo, thank you, JJ. Smash the damn like, people, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, JJ. Really appreciate your support. And Arsenal, let me see. Actually, before we go on, and I'm gonna put the JJ comment a little bit on, but let me know. Shax is the UK, California, the US. Where are you from the US, guys? Come on. Be a little bit, like, explain more. US, North Korea, Isaac, Brighton, UK. This is Somalia. No, this is not. I'm sorry, Ethiopia. I'm sorry, the flag is not appearing on my StreamYard. Vancouver, Canada. Salford, England, of course. Big up Trinidad and the Caribbean. Man like Mo. Here is big up UK Arsenal fan. Jamaica. Botswana. Oh, that's Botswana. Big up the people from Botswana, of course. Rafikov from Canada, of course. Be more specific, East London. Right? Livingston, Scotland, Martin, of course, Iraq, big up Al Iraq, Al Iraq, Nigeria, bro, thank you so much, people in Nigeria, London, JJ, of course, the 6th, of course, Canada, the Moon Olo is from London, of course, Florida, you already know, Tevin, thank you for being here, Tevin, as always. We'll discuss a couple of things. Liverpool, England, of course, Zain, oh, big up, Zain, welcome back, Zain, India, Oman, big up, Michael, from Oman. You're an expat there or something. You're an expat, of course, oil and gas or something. The federal state of, I don't know what is that, Missouri, New England, Massachusetts, of course. Oh, North America, Tevin, whereabouts, Didi's house, Nigeria, Somalia. Big up everybody that is here. Hit that like button, people. Keep them coming. Keep the comments coming. Support the channel. Keep it coming. Hit that like button. 180 people. I can't read Singapore. I can't read this, my friend. I really can't. And I don't know what is this, but I can just try. Maybe try to translate this. Maybe try to translate this. Maybe. I don't know what is this. I don't know. It doesn't say anything. This doesn't say anything, of course. Smash the likes. Norway, originally Iraqi, Mohammed, of course, Seattle. Yeah, big up. Seattle, of course, in America, of course. Oh, hey, my family is Egyptian. Habibi. They live in Missouri. Habibi al-Masriyin hum. Russia, of course, is here. Winterfell. UK, of course, Bromley, UK, my friend. It's a crying emoji in Korean. Okay, I don't know. Judgemo. operating in global jurisdictions. Yes, let's get to 100 likes then. Let's get to 100 likes because we are in for a good show. And Mo is internationally known, JJ. Wallahi, big up JJ for the support. With your number 33 arriving today, I've got to tell you guys something. Bro, I am excited to see Calafiori play for Arsenal, to be honest. Just personal. I am excited. I'm excited to see Calafiori play for Arsenal. I'm really excited to see Calafiori play for Arsenal. Bro, he has an aura. I promise you. You know he has an aura? Yeah, Jan Bisic is not better than Calafiori. He doesn't have the experience of Calafiori, my friend. But I actually think that without a shadow, in my opinion, I watched Calafiori. Guys, he has an aura. And I'm going to tell you what the aura is, and people will hate me. Oh, you're an Arsenal fan. It's the old way of Italians defenders. You know, the long hair, tall. Like, he really looked like an old school Italian defender. You know what I mean? Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Astaghfirullah al-Azim, ya Rabbi. Astaghfirullah al-Azim, ya Rabbi. We'll talk about Osimhen because I'm actually gonna I'm gonna a little bit expand on the Osimhen talk with Chelsea, because I think there's a lot of talk about the Osimhen deal, and also there's a lot of talk about how Osimhen, where does Osimhen take Chelsea to? This is something that I will want to talk about. So stick with us, don't go anywhere. And the word aura, people misunderstand what I mean by the word aura. The word aura for me is he has this old Italian way of like playing, the way he looks. And it's, by the way, sometimes in football, this the way you look, the way you play the ball makes a difference. Maybe he's going to turn out to be an absolutely amazing signing. I'm expecting Calafiori, to be honest with you, to be an absolutely a hit of a signing because of the price they paid. The guy has experience. The thing about Calafiori is I actually think he adds to the squad. I watched Timber, and I'm now convinced with what Arteta said. Timber will need time to get back to match fitness, to get back to the old or the original Timber they signed. So I think Calafiori is absolutely someone who I think will make a difference for Arsenal, because I think he's going to start right away. Or I told you that I don't think he's going to start. I assume that Timber is the one that we saw in the first 2 games of Arsenal preseason. I think Timber will need time. I really genuinely think Timber will need time. So I think Calafiori makes a difference for Arsenal. It actually, for me, I think it shows number 33 for Maldini's number 3 to have 33. I think that back line of Arsenal is one of the best back lines in the league. But these are all assumptions, though. So for people to tell me that, yeah, you're assuming, yeah, you're doing this, it's an assumption. Because we're assuming that Calafiori, the one I saw a little bit at Bologna, the one we saw with Italy, will be the one that play for Arsenal. That is yet to be seen. We assume that guy with experience in Serie A, with experience under a very progressive manager, it's gonna be the same. I actually watched some of the videos that Arsenal posted on Twitter, but other than that, I didn't watch the whole interview. I'm not singing, Olo. What do you mean I'm singing? Sing what? I don't know what you mean by sing. Sing what? But listen, Calafiori thing is something that I actually, finally, the guy is there. Are we going to see him against Liverpool? I'm not sure. We might see something. Why would I run this? Why would I sing that, Olo? You sing it the next time you're on the show, Olo. But listen, guys, let's get the likes up a little bit. Let's get the likes up. Because I want to, let's get to 200 likes. At least with 250 people here, let's get at least to 200 likes. There is nothing less than 200 likes that we can get. Come on, people. hit the like button, support the channel, big up everybody that is here. Let's get the likes up because it makes a difference. Makes a difference for us. It makes a difference for everyone. So hit that like button, people. Support the channel. Come on. I wanted to touch on something else as well because it's important. I wanted to touch on that. Here we go. Emil Smith Rowe is going to join. Of course, this is done. Why is this important for Arsenal? Because Arsenal lately, if I'm not mistaken, have struggled to sell players. And yes, it's a 27 million pounds. They wanted a 40 million pounds, ended up with a 34 million pounds only a total package. Emil Smith Rowe. Let me just update the tags, the timestamps. Makes a big difference for some of the viewers, to be honest. Let me update the timestamps as well because it makes a difference for the people. So Emil Smith Rowe, why is this very important for me to Arsenal? It's something that Arsenal struggled with all the time that I've been watching them. And if they can get a player like Emil Smith Rowe who hasn't played consistently for 2 years, Calafiori hasn't played, Emil Smith Rowe hasn't played consistently for 2 years. For me, that deal will open up the place, will open up the space for another midfielder. Arsenal were already in to discuss to sign a midfielder like Mikel Moreno, someone that is not expensive. They were waiting, and hear me out here because this is very important. I actually think that Arsenal were waiting to shift one other midfielder or one midfielders. They got rid of El Neni, contract done. Now Emil Smith Rowe is out. They were already without selling Smith Rowe. They were going to sign a midfielder. A midfielder of the caliber of Mikel Moreno, maybe, or Fabian Ruiz. I think maybe Emil Smith Rowe money will open up the space to sign another midfielder. Unless, and that's something I thought about really honestly after I did the show this morning, unless Arsenal are collecting the money, they're going to collect the money from Smith Rowe, they're going to collect the money from Eddie Nketiah, from Reece Nelson, and put all this lump sum into buying someone that is expensive, of the ilk of Gyökeres. I know that they opened up the bid with Gyökeres was 50 million. We know that it's not going to be a 50 million. It's going to be a 60, 65 because his release clause is 84 million pounds. So Arsenal, in my opinion, might be racking up the money. As Arteta stated earlier, that it's going to be a tough summer with PSR and all this stuff. Mikel Moreno is only at 20, 25 million pounds. Mikel Moreno, and I was convinced this morning that Mikel Moreno or Fabian Ruiz maybe Mikel Moreno and Fabian Ruiz, both of them are 28 years old. Both of them are tough to decide. Both of them are maybe left-footed, 28 years old. Maybe Arsenal will go in for only one of them. And maybe in one area, as people said, I might have changed my opinion a little bit that maybe Arsenal are okay with going next season with one midfielders only. Because there are rumors that they are actually negotiating for Gyökeres to actually get him at the club. Right? To get him at the club. And maybe Arsenal wanted the money for Emil Smith Rowe to add to the Nketiah deal to get that top striker. Maybe Arsenal need that money to get that top striker. I am not sure if Arsenal should get a Mikel Moreno or Fabian Ruiz. I think, in my opinion, if you're going to choose one of Mikel Moreno or Fabian Ruiz, and that's just me, I think Arsenal should go for Mikel Moreno, not Fabian Ruiz. Even though Fabian Ruiz is more technical, Mikel Moreno is more of a box-to-box midfielder with some technicality that I think that what Arsenal need on that left side. If they're going to go for one of them, right, I think they go for a Mikel Moreno. I think they go for a Mikel Moreno, not a Fabian Ruiz, in my opinion. However, there are rumors that Fabian Ruiz is going to be a loan deal. But the problem is it's going to be a loan deal with an obligation to buy. By the way, just remember that Fabian Ruiz was not favored by Luis Enrique last season. I think Mikel Moreno is the one for Arsenal. There are reports that Barcelona pulled out of the race of signing Mikel Moreno. They are completely focused on Nico Williams and Dani Olmo. Moreno. His name is Moreno. Mikel Moreno. This is it. The difference between a Fabian Ruiz and a Mikel Moreno, as I mentioned before, is that Mikel Moreno is someone who is... Okay, let me just put it this way. Fabian Ruiz is more of a 70%, 70% offensive midfielder, 30% a defensive midfielder in terms of attributes. Mikel Moreno is more of a 50-50. Is more of someone that you can get something out of them offensively and also out of him defensively. He's more of a balanced midfielder, someone that can do the defensive dirty work, tackles, interceptions, duels, fire, you know what I mean? Putting his body on the line, doing that, but also he is technical enough, Mikel Moreno, to play that 8th role on the left of Declan Rice to actually be someone who makes a difference. Will Arsenal get both? I don't think they're going to get both. I'm convinced now because when Martin spoke this morning, I actually thought about it, that both of them are kind of similar, 28 years old. It is going to be very hard to get both. Because, by the way, if Fabian Ruiz comes to Arsenal, it's going to be a loan with an option to buy, in my opinion. So I think which one of them, listen, if Arsenal get both, I will raise my hand and I will say that Arsenal changed completely the way they think about things. Completely changed the way they think about things, right? Because you're getting 28 years old, that is so different than the youth project. Right? That you're always played for. Oh my God, Olo, you're talking about a 6'2" Moreno. I see the vision. You're so obsessed, Olo, with big midfielders, right? You're so obsessed with big midfielders because that is why you don't like Chelsea's midfield. That's why you don't like Chelsea's midfield. But listen, Arsenal might be collecting the money from the Smith Rowe deal to actually get the money to get Gyökeres. Are they? Because I don't think Arsenal will go for Osimhen now with the news about Chelsea and all the stuff that is happening between Lukaku and between Osimhen. I think it's off the table for Arsenal. I think they focus on Gyökeres now, Mikel Moreno, and then they see the options they can get later in the windows, right? But I think this Emil Smith Rowe thing is a good news for Arsenal. I know it's a little bit of a sad news for some of the people that thought that Emil Smith Rowe is someone who is highly rated, very, very highly rated, was supposed to be someone who reaches a very, very high level, but injuries hindered him. So, listen, it is what it is. Football just works mysterious ways sometimes with players. That's why sometimes we hype a player. And I thought Emil Smith Rowe will reach the highs, will be very good. But again, Emil Smith Rowe to Fulham. Let's see what he can do. Listen, over 300 people here. I need to get to 300 likes now. There are a lot of votes in there. 40% of the people like the video, guys. There is over 300 people here. I want to know, who do you guys think genuinely is favorite for top 4? It's right there. Like the video first, hit that like button. Let's get to 300 likes and let's see who do you guys think is favorites for top 4 as in the poll there. Same. Listen, Arsenal now are moving in the market. if they can move Kivior somewhere in Italy and they can get a Gyökeres and a Moreno, I think that would be a very good window for them. I would say another midfielder would have added a lot to them. But again, it's something that I'm looking for to see what Arsenal will do. Calafiori is there. I can't wait to see him play. I can't wait to see him play on maybe Thursday. Is he going to play on Thursday? I'm not sure. But let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure if they're going to keep Kivior because they're going to keep Tomiyasu. They're going to keep Zinchenko. There is Calafiori. There is Timber. There is Ben White. I think Kivior is going to go. I think Kivior might be finding. But listen, if Fabian Ruiz happens, completely changes. If Fabian Ruiz, Mikel Moreno, listen, if Arsenal get Fabian Ruiz, Mikel Moreno, and Gyökeres, it definitely makes them. Sorry, I'm a little bit, I woke up a little bit early. And listen, Al Ahwa yesterday was very tiring for me on Husam's channel. I was very tired yesterday on Al Ahwa. But I think Arsenal defense can win them the league. But however, they need that difference maker. By the way, I actually stated that the other day. If Martinelli come back to the form he was there 2 years ago, the season before last, it is gonna be completely different. It is gonna be the difference maker. It is gonna be the difference maker for Arsenal, of course. For Arsenal, of course. Listen, we're almost at 200 likes. I want the likes to go up. I wanted to touch hopefully, we'll see if Martinelli can hit back the form, my friend. We'll see if Martinelli can hit back the form, though, that he was in. On another news that I wanted to touch on, Fabrizio Romano tweeted this earlier. Big up everybody that is here. Ahmed Suleiman joining us when we speak about Chelsea, which is good for him. 27 minutes in. Osimhen. I'm just updating the timestamps. It takes a lot of energy, yes. Oh my God. Big up Ahmed. Osimhen though. Napoli keep looking for solutions for Victor Osimhen. The guy wants to go. PSG can't sign the guy because they have Kolo Muani and they have Goncalo Ramos. Lukaku wants to go to Napoli. Osimhen wants to go to the Premier League. He already stated that he wants to go to the Premier League. Okay? He originally wanted Arsenal. Right? He originally wanted Arsenal. That was the talk. Arsenal aren't paying the money for the guy and they have nothing to offer Napoli. Napoli only wants, and Antonio Conte only wants Lukaku. Right? Osimhen at the end, he won't have any other option but to join Chelsea. I think in the beginning he wanted to play Champions League, which is Arsenal offers, PSG offers. That is back in the days he was working for Chelsea last season, and then Chelsea didn't make Champions League, and then in the beginning of the window, there was a talk about him. He originally wanted Chelsea. That was right at the end of last season. There was that working for Chelsea. Chelsea as a shirt when he was young and all this stuff. In the beginning of the window, if you guys remember, Osimhen spoke about playing Champions League. So that is Arsenal, not Chelsea. But now, I don't think he minds joining. I think he's all right. He's open for the join to Chelsea. That's not a dig at Chelsea. But if Osimhen joins Chelsea, and this is something that I think it can open a lot of doors, because him as a striker, by the way, this one, Napoli could be open to discussing Osimhen in talks with Chelsea over Lukaku. That's Fabrizio Romano. In my opinion, if Osimhen goes to Chelsea, if Osimhen joins Chelsea, he automatically and directly elevates the squad level in terms of being in the striker place. Again, can Maresca use him? I'm not sure, because I am still not yet to judge Enzo Maresca fully. We only watched him for 2 games. The game they played against Wrexham and the game they played against Celtic when they got destroyed. But Osimhen joining Chelsea, and I'm just going to say, if Maresca can get a system correct and can get a system right to use Osimhen, I think Osimhen, along with Cole Palmer, Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson, Caicedo, I think if Maresca stop this 3 whatever thing he wants to do and play the 4-3-3 with Osimhen there, I think that takes Chelsea to a different level. I think it takes Chelsea to might be, as a team, ahead of a lot of teams. This is the thing is, it might be something that actually what Chelsea need, what the doctor ordered for Chelsea. Victor Osimhen, up top for Chelsea. Cole Palmer providing Nkunku's behind Osimhen. I genuinely think that adds a lot to Chelsea, and it might be just what the doctor orders for them. A lot of people don't want to believe. I still believe that the Chelsea team is a good team. It's not a below average team. It's a good team. I think it's an okay team. I think it's a team that can actually achieve top 4. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. The only thing that is yet to be judged, that is an unknown, is Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca, though, doesn't have the credentials and doesn't have the resume for me to actually sit there and trust him. And I'm going to give you an example. In my opinion, if Chelsea hired a top manager, someone with experience before, I think Chelsea would have been, for me at least, automatically one of the favorites for top 4, if not the favorites for top 4. If they hired a proven manager, someone that has a track record. If they kept Pochettino as well. If for example, they went and got Hansi Flick, for example, instead of Enzo Maresca. That is someone that was on the market looking for a job. But they didn't. I'm going to keep repeating this. Enzo Maresca is an unknown entity. But there is a difference between an unknown entity that has experience and has credentials and an unknown entity that doesn't have experience and doesn't have credentials. That is the problem with Enzo Maresca. Everyone, there are 2 ways of judging Enzo Maresca for you. It's either you think, and you're an optimistic, and you think Enzo Maresca will be, after Leicester and after Parma, will be the Arteta of today. That's the optimistic people for Chelsea. The optimistic people with Chelsea will sit down and they will say that Arsenal have Arteta. But you have to remember that Arsenal, when they hired Arteta, it wasn't the guy that Arsenal had today. When Arteta was first hired, it was a completely different. Optimistic people will tell me that this year or next year will be similar to Arteta's 3rd and 4th year. But based on what? Based on what credentials? Based on coaching at Leicester, based on coaching at Parma, based on being assistant to Pep Guardiola. I think that's a reach. I'm going to tell you this, Chelsea fans. If Maresca turns out this season to be a success and a hit, I will be surprised. Because that will be the outlier. Enzo Maresca is a championship manager without experience that is coaching some good players. Does he have the tactical awareness? I'm not sure. Is he has the tactical awareness? We'll see. We're yet to see. For people, a lot of people are telling me that Enzo Maresca is someone we see the footprint. We see what he can do. We'll see if Enzo Maresca can handle someone like a Lukaku, can handle someone like Cole Palmer, Jackson. I'm not sure about Sterling. We'll see how he handles these players. I still think that because of Enzo Maresca, Chelsea aren't even second favorites or third favorites for the top four. Villa. And because Enzo Maresca is an unknown guy, maybe they're equal to United, but United did good business and they are doing good business. And United aren't going to bring the elect and they're going to bring a DM. I think there is like Villa better than them. I think Spurs with Ange Postecoglou look better than them. But we'll see. The season hasn't started yet. The season hasn't started for Chelsea. The season hasn't started for Chelsea. But the signs from the first two games, and maybe that is so quick to judge, we have to wait and see. It's not looking like he has the tactical awareness to actually manage to actually manage Chelsea. But we yet to see. But Osimhen, if Osimhen goes to Chelsea, if Chelsea can pull out this deal and they can get Osimhen, I actually think without a shadow of a doubt, Chelsea elevates from here directly to this place. Directly to this place. 150%. That is what I think, to be honest. And listen, we aren't even on 200 likes. I really want to get to 300 likes. Everyone is voting Villa, though. Chelsea are the least. And we don't have a lot of Chelsea fans, though. Listen. But that's the thing. Does he have time, though? Does he have time? That's what I mean. Does he have that? It's going to take time. By the time Enzo Maresca gets his tactics across, and also everyone is assuming that Enzo Maresca has a great tactics. Everyone is assuming that Enzo Maresca has great tactics. But that is based on what? That is based on what? Like, seriously, what is that based on? Like, what are I want Chelsea fans to actually answer this for me. You are basing, for example, you are basing your argument that Maresca has good tactics and he's tactically aware and he can lead this team based on something. Right? Can someone really explain to me what is that based on? What are you building that? Let me give you an example of how you build a view on someone. And by the way, there are outliers in football, but these outliers in football, they need to have, there are things that go their way. I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. If for example, Inter, and I'm going to give Inter as an example because we got a young coach in Inzaghi. When Antonio Conte, and I'm just going to give you this, when Antonio Conte left Inter looked around and they wanted to hire the new upcoming manager, a young manager. But they went and got someone who plays the same way that the team is built on, which is Inzaghi. And the guy was coaching at Lazio, and he made Lazio challenge for the title against Juventus once. They reached cup finals. He took Lazio to the next level. All right? So they hired him. So he had a resume. We can say tactically he's aware, tactically he's good. Let me give you another example. If someone takes Arteta now, Arteta has 5 years where he took a team and rebuilt it completely. Enzo Maresca was coaching at Parma and he didn't do great. And then he was coaching at Leicester 1 season in the championship. The championship at 1 year isn't enough experience for you to take the next level to go to the Premier League, especially with players like what Chelsea have. Some of the players that Chelsea have a complicated talent. Some talent there needs a little bit of way around, especially with the age. So Chelsea simply hired someone who doesn't have the resume for me to sit here and say that he has it. Is he gonna learn on the job? Yes. Is he gonna learn on the job? Enzo Maresca? Are Chelsea similar to Arsenal? And they're gonna say that yes. I want to understand how Chelsea made that choice for Enzo Maresca for a squad like this. I think it's a little bit tough. And also, can Chelsea afford for Maresca to learn on the job? I keep saying this. The reason why Arteta had the time, people, is that Arteta was clearing the team out while learning on the job. And the club allowed him to do this. Will Chelsea model allow him to do this? He has to get better. Like, for example, the Chelsea assets, the players. If Chelsea don't finish sixth this season and finish seventh, doesn't that take the players and the assets a little bit down? It does. It does. And that is a problem for Chelsea. Listen, we're going to move on from Chelsea. Listen, big up the Bosnian Scouser. Like the stream, everyone. Big up Mookie. Thank you, Habibi, for the support. Guys, hit that like button. We are almost at 300 likes. If you hit the like, we're above 200 likes. And I'm going to answer this once and for all. Pep Guardiola made Messi, and Pep Guardiola came from the same system that Barcelona played, and he had very experienced players when he joined the first time at Barcelona. Chelsea don't have that. Xabi, they literally provided him with a lot of experienced players. And also, Xavi was coached under Pep Guardiola. Xabi Alonso, though, is someone that is different a little bit. Mourinho tipped him to be a coach. He was coached under Ancelotti, under Mourinho, under Pep Guardiola. And they are the outliers. The norm is Gerrard. The norm is Mourinho. The norm is Filippo Inzaghi when he tried to coach Milan. That is the norm with young managers when they go to top teams. And also, two of these guys coach Barcelona. At Barcelona, if Real Madrid are bad, Barcelona win the league. Simple as that. So it's just different job than coaching in the Premier League, where you are battling against 6 other teams for a top 4 place. Completely different, my friend. I hope I answered your question. Let's get the likes up a little bit, guys, because I'm not going to stay for long. One of the other news. One of the other news that I wanted to touch on is the Harry Maguire thing. What is Harry Maguire? If he stays one more year at Man United, how many years left at his contract? Harry Maguire, though, his contract, I think, expired next year. So is he going to walk on a free from Man United? I think, yeah. His contract expires next year. Harry Maguire contract expires next year. Bro, Harry Maguire joined in 2019. I actually think maybe Lenny Euros. I am redirecting to the TIF stream. I have the TIF. I'm gonna redirect to HUSAM stream. Why would he leave? Yeah, why would he give up his salary? It's very simple, Travarelli. I think to give game time. But maybe next season he goes on a free next season and he signs a big contract with a West Ham or something like that. But I think if Harry Maguire stays, he's gonna play some games. He's gonna play some games. Harry Maguire next season. I think maybe Lenny Yoro, people are saying, oh, he's gonna play every game. Lenny Yoro is 18 years old. Can Harry Maguire be someone who Man United use next season? Maybe. Maybe. I think he can. I think he can. I think they need him. Especially if Branthwaite is not coming. If they get rid of Lindelof, then they're gonna have Lenioro, Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans, and maybe De Ligt. So they can't afford to let him go. They can't afford to let him go. Maguire is experienced. I don't like Maguire in a high line. I don't like Maguire in a team that plays progressive football because he isn't that good. But Maguire, if he stays one more year, that's just Man United. I don't think Man United got any of their money back from Harry Maguire. Maybe you say the couple of cups he won. I think Harry Maguire, bro, Harry Maguire for me is someone that Man United really, really scouted wrong. He's really scouted wrong. I don't think Maguire is gonna renew his contract. I don't think Maguire is gonna renew his contract. He's gonna run down his contract next season and go with it. Man United aren't stupid to offer him a new contract. They aren't. Man United aren't gonna offer him a new contract. And there is the talk of the De Ligt. They aren't gonna offer Maguire a new contract if they're gonna sign De Ligt. A lot of teams will sign Harry Maguire for free next season. The West Ham, Fulham, a lot of teams. He might go back to Leicester City, by the way. A lot of teams will sign Harry Maguire. This De Ligt thing is like he's waiting for them. He's waiting. Maybe. We'll see how De Ligt team goes. But if De Ligt goes to Man United, I spoke about it many, many times. I think it's a good deal with them. The last part in the show is this. Julian Alvarez, last season, I was one of the players with the most minutes at City, but in the end, you don't like being left out of the important matches. You want to contribute. I will take my time to think about this. What I want for myself. He's literally just saying that he's not liking being the second fiddle to Erling Haaland. Basically, he doesn't like being second fiddle to Erling Haaland. That's exactly what he's saying. Is he going to go to Chelsea? If Chelsea don't get Osimhen, will they go for someone like him? I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at all, by the way. I don't see this thing happening at all. Bro, 77 million pounds is a lot of money for him. No one is going to, I don't think anyone is going to offer that for him, and also his wages as well. I don't think anyone offers any money, that much money for the guy, to be honest. I don't think anyone offers that much money for the guy, in my opinion. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. I don't see this happening at all. 77 million pounds for him is a lot of money in this market. Is a lot of money in this market, in my opinion. And by the way, I don't think he goes to Arsenal, for example. He's a good player. By the way, Julian Alvarez never moved me as the star, as someone who can take a team over the line. He's good, but I never saw Julian Alvarez as someone who takes a team to a different level. I never saw it. That's just me. And it's 77 million pounds what they want. Yeah, he would want to double that wage, my friend. I'm sure he would want to double that wage. Because when they signed him, it was not the Julian Alvarez, the World Cup winner. The Julian Alvarez now is a World Cup winner, a Copa America winner, a treble winner with Manchester City. You know he's never going to ask for less like 150K or something like that. It's just the going rate now. You keep saying euros, not pound. They said they want a total package of 77 million pounds. Total package. They want, I think, total of 90 million euros. That's the total package. But listen, I'm just not gonna stay for long. You see my voice is a little bit gone. I want to thank everyone that stuck with me. Hit that like button, guys, before you go. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm so tired, but I needed to do this show for Calafiori, for Emil Smith Rowe. We'll try to do a show tomorrow as well. We'll try to get a show going, but hopefully we'll get it going. Let's get to 300 likes, guys. Let's get to 300 likes, guys, because it makes the show different. Hit that like button, guys. I'm going to sleep a little bit now, and then we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. JJ, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Habibi Ashraf and Mookie, big up Mookie for supporting the channel. Thank you for everyone supporting the channel. We'll see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.